This Canadian Football League team was sold for $2 after winning the equivalent of 7 Super Bowls. This is the story of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. The Hamilton Tiger Cats were formed in 1950 when the Hamilton Tigers and the Hamilton Wildcats merged. You smash those two things together, you get Hamilton Tiger Cats. And for years, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, or some fans call them the Ticats, had a ton of success. I mean, from 1953 to 1986, they won 7 Grey Cups, which is the CFL's equivalent to the Super Bowl. And even around those wins, they actually made it to the Grey Cup a ton of times too, but would end up falling short. To put it simply, the team was very good, and despite some down years, the team's overall success was undeniable. However, beneath the success of that team was a team that was losing millions of dollars, and here's why. But first, for the deepest sports lore stories, draw me a follow. You see, in 1978, the Ticats would get a new owner, a guy by the name of Harold Ballard, who at the time also owned the Toronto Maple Leafs. But Mr. Ballard claimed that he was losing $1 million a year just from owning the Tiger Cats. And later, that number would jump to $20 million lost over 11 seasons. Now, somewhat ironically, the Tiger Cats made the playoffs every year under Ballard's ownership and played in 4 Grey Cup championship games, but losing in 1980, 84, and 85 before finally winning the cup, to which he would tell the team, and I quote, "You guys may still be overpaid, but after today, no one can call you losers." Now, at that point, one can probably assume that he had accomplished what he initially set out to accomplish as a team owner, which was winning a Grey Cup, because the next couple years were rough. They would lose in the Eastern semifinal twice, and Ballard had seemingly had enough. That final year of ownership under Ballard, the Tiger Cats had the lowest attendance in the entire CFL, despite having the cheapest tickets in the entire CFL. So yeah, that combination is not great when you'd like to make money. Oh, and Ballard also threatened to actually fold the team in 3 years if he was not able to sell the team. In addition to those not so good things, he also apparently owed the city $300,000 in back rent for playing games at Ivor Stadium. But in March of 1989, in an agreement with David Braley, the Hamilton Tiger Cats would sell for just $2. Now you might be wondering, how the heck is that even possible? I'm assuming that David Braley came to some agreement where he'd purchase the team for just $2 while also assuming much of, if not all of, the Tiger Cats' existing debt, which included the $300,000 in rent to Ivor Wynne. Again, this is merely my guess, as it was super hard to find any information about the $2 sale of the team. I mean, this is me quoting the Expositor from my 1989 article, which says, "Under the agreement, the city will charge Braley $1 annually to rent Ivor Wynne Stadium and is granting the new owner control of the concession and advertising rights for the CFL games at the stadium. It also pledged to spend up to $1 million over the next 3 years for promotion." And if you're still confused, that's okay. Long story short, the city wanted the team to exist. They didn't want the team to fold and never exist again. So they're incentivizing somebody to have the team exist. So they gave David Braley very favorable terms. I'm assuming to help pay off the debt and eventually have the team succeed in cash flow. That's just my 2 cents, or $2. And so that's how the Hamilton Tiger Cats are able to exist today.